sandals, get lit like a candle. Drop a couple grand though. Do all that just cause I can though. Yeah, just cause I can though. Girl, you play me like piano. Walking in my Gucci sandals, get lit like a candle. Drop a couple grand though. Do all that just cause I can though. Yeah, just cause I can though. Do all that just cause I can though. We ain't even in a band though. We just out here in the mansion, flipping through all of the channels. She says she a fan though, but she got a man though. I'ma make her forget a man, yeah, just cause I can though. Good keys in my pocket for the rocket. Don't really want the roof on, so I drop it. Hit the gas a little too hard and I lost it. She said that she caught my picture in a locket. Piano, girl, you play me like piano. Walking in my Gucci sandals.
What is up, my beaches? What the fuck is up, boosh? What's up, Dom Kim? Desiree? Yo, bro, I was down in Florida. Yeah. It's always cold this time of year, man. It's not 1,000 degrees all the time. We get winter too. That's why people come down here.
I'm a boss, I'ma buy you what you want. Do not worry about the cost. I'ma fly you first class.
I'ma buy you that piano, beach.
Really want that watch.
Bitches love them notes, yo.
Got designer clothes all
bitches
on my
love
body.
notes.
Can't resist when you get a lot of checks. Then you get a
Sucker
lot
my
of
dick.
chicks. I'ma let you play me just like a piano.
Hello. Oh yeah. What's going on, beaches? What's up, my sexy beaches? What is going on, beach? What's up, my beaches? The Daily Mother Swole. That's right. Hello, Lizelle. Is this your first? Hello from Tucson. Ooh, Tucson, Arizona. Tucson to the main stage. Tucson to the main stage. Sounds like a dancer's name, right? Hi, my name is Tucson. I've been dancing for 14 years. Yeah. I was born in Tucson, so that's my name. Yeah. Piano. What's up, Dayton, Ohio? Bitches love the beards as well. No doubt about that. That is the truth. Preach, motherfucker, preach. 23 degrees in Utah and snowing. Yikes. That's why I moved. My piano. Looking at my nips, bro. Looking at my nips, bro. Hard as diamonds, bro. Alright, it's enough of that. It's weird. It's got fucking weird. Oh, in Delaware? People still live there? God damn. I didn't know anyone actually lived in Delaware. I thought that was a myth. It's like Narnia. Delaware's like Narnia for the United States.
We ain't even in a band though.
Let's do it. Making sick fucking games. Ow. Coffee is tight.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
The bacon is sizzling.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Is this mic on? Test. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 987 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on, livecast sluts? What is up? What's the good schword, beaches? What's the latest and the greatest from the land of sick fucking gains? I shall share with you. I shall give you all the details, and you shall leave here with your ears swollen like cauliflowers from those sick audio gains. I am going to slam your ear holes with some awesome shit today. I hope. I aspire to. I aspire to make some gains today. Well, today is actually an afternoon pump for daddy. I doth not pump this morning. I decided to just be like, I'm sore. No. Today was a rest morning for me. But I am, and usually I'll take a day off in the sense of I'll just do yoga and mobility work. But I'm ready to get a pump on. Like today I wanted to lift. I just didn't want to lift super early. So going with the flow, I'm going to do my shit. I'm going to get that afternoon pump, and I'm feeling some serious rage. I'm feeling some serious rage in the car, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to lay some fucking smoke down today. I'm going to lay some DWG. That Fitness Falcon's coming back. All right. Well, that being said, so you have something to look forward to, I'm sure. Welcome to the show 987. Gains. That's right, Chris. So we're live. Those of you that are new to the Daily Swole, make sure that you drop in the comments you're a virgin swole. I'm popping your gains. If I'm popping your gains, make sure you drop that in the comments. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. And of course, you can catch the Daily Swole podcast everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Google Music, wherever they put their stuff, everywhere. And remember also, those of you that love the Swole, make sure you also subscribe to my other podcast, the Raw and Uncut Swolenormous Audio Experience. And I do pretty much daily episodes there as well. But it's really raw, uncut, a lot of short little snippets and thoughts of the day. So make sure you go over and subscribe to that, because that's going to be another little injection, a little punch in the taint. Colton Cook, how do you feel about all those CrossFitters in Florida? Oh, is that why? The hospitals are overflowing? I heard ERs are like really like fucking doing some business this weekend. Is that what's going on? Wadapalooza? No. How do I feel? I don't give a fuck. I don't go down to Miami. I don't go down there. Once you live in Florida, you avoid once you live in, especially in South Florida, once you live there, you avoid just massive portions of Earth. You just literally avoid full sections of society. You just avoid it. Like once, it's like that border, or whenever Miami actually starts, it's almost like the floor or the road is lava. I just don't go down there. I have no interest in going down to Miami. I have just zero interest. That's a tourist spot. Either you're born there and you only speak Spanish, or you're coming and visiting from out of town and you're flying into Miami. No one local. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Obviously, people go down, but really, it's one of those things where people that live here don't go down there. We don't go down there. We don't. You have to, sometimes you have to. But I don't go down there. South Beach, I'll probably never go down to South Beach again for the rest of my life. I'll probably never go down there again. Absolutely no interest. Anyway, that being said, that's funny. If anyone lives in South Florida, everyone has that area, right? Wherever you live, it depends on where you live. You have that strip, you have that downtown area, or the place where everyone from out of town goes, and you just don't go there because you're a local. It's like that. People that are local don't go, I'm going down to South Beach. No one does that shit. Coffee in hand, sweet potatoes in the oven. Casey, what is going on over there? It sounds like a fucking party. Ooh, let's get some feedback here. Hold on a second. Nathan, still sick, bro. Drink some water. Get that bone broth in, son. Mark Chansey, 1 week eliminating all of the crap and feeling amazing. My dude, I'm telling you, tip of the fucking iceberg, son. It's the tip of the iceberg. Ooh, also, what's today? Friday. So Sunday Fun Day's coming up. That's going to be a Q&A. So that's going to be fire, lit like a tit. Remember, tomorrow I'll do that. Tomorrow I'll make that post. Or would you like to see that post tonight? Would you like me to post that Sunday Fun Day Q&A post tonight? Or should I just do it tomorrow? I don't know if you guys want some extra time. Just keep an eye out for it in my Instagram, my Facebook feed. So we're doing big Q&A on Sunday, the weekly Sunday Fun Day Q&A. So that's awesome. Dom's lifting at 3 o'clock. Everyone, mark your calendars. Dom's lifting at 3. So many doctors on call. Sick ass energy today. You have sick ass energy? What's a sick ass? Diarrhea? You got the poops? Cindy, you got the poops? I'm just joking. Got the bone broth ready to go today. Good man, Nathan. Well, today's episode, Gains of the Future. Oh, George, what are the secrets of sick beard gains? Bro, it means waking up. This is the secret. There is no secret. I don't shave. All right. I don't shave. And I certainly wouldn't use Gillette, those fucking pieces of shit. Anyway, this is just earlier morning beard that I just have not taken care of this at all today. And I don't think I will. I'm actually really enjoying not grooming my beard. I'll put some oil. I take care of it. I clean it. I just, it looks like that today. It looks like that. I'm walking around like a fucking savage. Un savage. Un savage. Today's episode, let's jump in. All right, fam. That was enough rubbing the taint. We got everyone warmed up. We're all good to go. Gains of the future. Gains of the future. There was a interesting post. It just showed up in my Explore feed, and it was actually a little snippet from a speech that Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, was giving at some entrepreneur or some business conference. And he was talking about, as an executive, from his standpoint, obviously we are all in 2019, but he was saying as an executive and as someone in his position, obviously at the top of the food chain, he is operating for things that are coming out in 2021, 2022. So he is thinking ahead. He is making decisions based on a couple years in advance. And as a leader, as an executive, you have to think a couple years in advance. And, I'm similar in that respect where I'm thinking ahead, of course, what I post today or what I'm doing in Swolenormous X today, my website is not necessarily what I'm thinking about or what I'm planning for. So when it has to do with your life, you're the same way. You're thinking about the future too. It's not much different. You are the CEO. You are the founder. Well, you're not the founder because your parents were the founder because they banged and then you came out. But you are the CEO. You're the executive of your life. So it got me thinking, what if your life is a business? You think of your life as a business. Even if you own a business, your life is your business. You are the CEO. You are the executive of your life. So how do you run your life? How do you run your business? Are you looking into the future? Are you looking ahead? Are you looking 1 year, 2 year, 3 years ahead? And a few episodes ago, I mentioned that long-term goals. When you set goals, you want them to be specific. You want them to be attainable. You've probably heard this before, especially if you're a personal trainer. We call them SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. Oh, that's so creative. They have to be specific. They have to be measurable. They have to be attainable. They have to be realistic and then time-bound. That's an acronym for how to set proper goals. You don't want to have something vague and subjective. I want to be happier. I want to lose weight. That's not accurate. You can't measure those things. Either it's vague, I want to lose weight, or I want to be happier. You can't measure happiness in that sense. So you have to get more tactful. I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay. What's my long-term goal? What's my short-term goal? What am I going to do every single day that's going to lead to that X, Y, and Z? And when it comes to your long-term goals, I don't like thinking of long-term goals or long-term approach as a year in advance or 6 months in advance. I really think that fitness has to have that 50, 60-year window, like to the end of your life. What is your goal? What are you doing every day in order to live as long as possible, as healthy as possible, as vibrantly as possible, of course, on your terms as much as possible. And those are based on your decisions. All those things are based on your decisions. You make that choice. You are the one that determines that outcome. You're the one that has control every day. And in our lives, there are a few things that people really feel in control of. If you have a job, you don't feel in control of your schedule. You feel like you can't afford certain foods. You can't, you feel like you're subjected to whatever is at your supermarket. You can't eat healthy. My wife doesn't like to eat healthy. My husband doesn't eat healthy. My kids complain and the gym's far and this, that, and the other. There are so many things that you can control. There's so many things that you can control. There's so many things that you have control over, that you can manipulate. We are not out of control. We are not in someone else's hands. You are the one that has the ability. You have your hand on the button. You have your hand on the lever. You have your hand on the steering wheel. You can direct your life. And it comes down to a daily output. It comes out to a daily result. Even if you're thinking in the future and you're thinking 30, 40, 50 years, everything you do every day matters. It adds up. Now, if you have a bad day, is that going to mean that your whole life is going to be a fucking mess? No, of course not. If you have a good day, equally so. If you have a good day, it does not mean that your life is going to be an amazing success. So it's hard. You have to temper those high moments. Not that you can't enjoy your life. This has nothing to do with enjoying your life and being happy and loving yourself. I'm just talking about goals. I'm talking about executing your workouts and nutrition, doing the things that you need to be doing that you should be doing, but then you justify otherwise. So just because you're having a good day, you had a great workout, that's great. but you have to archive it. You move on. You don't just hang your hat on that workout and then measure every workout compared to that. And that's what a lot of people do. You have an amazing workout, and then every other workout is measured against that. Oh, this one wasn't that great of a workout. Oh, this one wasn't that awesome. It's just a feeling. Every workout matters. Every workout is valuable if you do it, the way you should, if you have a good program and you're progressively increasing your resistance or you're challenging yourself. There's never a loss, really, unless you're getting hurt, you're doing stupid shit. But you can't compare everything to like one mythical workout, and then you remember it and you make it this huge thing that you remember in the past. I remember this one workout, it was so amazing, and everything is shit compared to that. No, you have to archive it. You hit it and you move on. All right, you hit the workout, you did a great workout, you did what you needed to do, and then the next day comes, and then you move on, you move forward. You move forward, young Padawan. You have to go on. You have to go into the future because you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You're going into the future anyway. Like you have to. You have to. You don't have an option. It's not like, I don't feel like going to the future today. You are. Right now, you're in the future. You're always in the now. You're always in the now. It's so very fucking zen. But these nows add up to today. And these todays add up to a week and then tomorrow. It all leads to tomorrow. And it never, ever stops leading till tomorrow. So what do you want your outcome to be? What do you want your end result to be? Whether it's a 60-year window, whether it's a year window, whether it's a 10-year window, it doesn't matter what that time frame is. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter what time period you want. Everything that you do on a daily basis leads to that point. It's going to head down that road, whether you like it or not. So what are you doing to make sure that momentum, what are you doing to acquire all of these quality occurrences to steamroll into your future? What are you doing every day? Are you putting in the effort that you should? Are you focusing on your nutrition like you should? If you're skipping if you're not doing the meals, if you are skipping meals, you're not eating quality. Skipping meals meaning you're eating shit or you're just not eating, period, whatever. You're not doing what you should be doing in the kitchen. It's going to add up and it's going to show. It's amazing. Think about how many workouts it takes to build muscle. I can't even comprehend how many workouts I've done in my life. Let's say I work out 250 days out of the year. Let's say it's 250 days. Let's say it's, who cares? Who knows? Let's say it's 300, 250. And then you multiply that by 18 or 19 or 20. And that's like, oh my God, that's a lot of fucking workouts. It takes that many workouts. It's a lot of grains of sand. It's a lot of building blocks. It's a lot of little tiny steps. However, if you remove a lot of those, you remove 200 of those, one a week or a couple every month, you're going to have less of those building blocks. Now, it doesn't mean if you take away a couple that all of a sudden all your results are going to be gone. But what I've learned is how much I learn, even in the workouts that don't seem to be that effective, even in the workouts that don't seem to be that amazing, in the workouts that maybe I don't rank in the top 20 kind of thing. You're always learning something in the gym. You're always learning something about your body. You are feeling something different. You are doing an assessment. You really have to plug in, listen to your body. You have to respond to what it's telling you. And the way I've been talking about mobility and being constantly mobile during the day, being in a deep squat, standing up, always practicing mobility every 10, 15 minutes throughout the day, all the time, just always be in motion as much as possible. That's like a little game changer that I never really focused all my attention on. That's never been a top priority to move like that all the time. And now I'm doing that more than I ever have. And I notice a night and day difference. So you always have to be learning and trying new things. And it has to be directed towards that long-term goal. It has to be directed towards that long-term goal. That's where you're heading, isn't it? It's going to be 2030. It's going to be 2031, 2032. It will be. Think about that. We talk about 2019. Oh, it's a new year. This is going to be garbage archive in a year. No one's going to care about 2019. You're going to care about 2019 the same way you care about 20. How often do you think about 2017 or 2015? How often do you think about 2015? Oh, wow. You only think about that when you're wondering, I wonder when that movie came out. You look up, oh, 2015. Oh, cool. You don't give a shit. You disrespect that year. You don't give a fuck about 2015. No one does. No one does. It goes on Wikipedia and then it gets archived. 2018 is old news. No one cares about that number anymore. So think about 2019. It's the same thing. It's going to get archived. However, what you do in 2019, what you did in 2018 led you to today and will lead you to 2020. All these little days, all these chances to improve, all these chances to do what you need to be doing are going to go, but the results are going to stay. I'll repeat that one more time. All these little individual days, all the individual workouts, all the individual moments, all the individual struggles, all the individual meals, all of these things are going to disappear. They're going to be gone. No one's going to care. Everyone's going to forget about them. You're going to move on to 2020. And then in 2020, the thing is, your body, what resulted from all those decisions in 2018 and 2019, that is what's going to be the result of that. I am the product of 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, when I really started taking my training fucking super serious. That's when I'm a product of all those workouts. I'm a product of all those meals. I'm a product of all those decisions. I'm a product of the decisions I didn't make. I'm a product of the workouts I did. I'm a product of the workouts I did not do. I'm a product of the style of workouts I chose to do, the types of foods that I chose. I'm a product of all those decisions. And so are you. And it's interesting to think about that. And it's okay. We understand. Yeah, of course I was born, I lived. But where you are today, and let's bring it back to fitness specifically, because you can apply that to every aspect of your life. You physically and with your health, you are a product. So when someone has these self-inflicted diseases, diabetes, heart disease, in many cases, I know heart disease can be inherited, blah, blah. I'm talking about the things that you fucked up on. Okay. So when you have these metabolic diseases, when you have a lot of extra, like this is a product, this is a result of your decisions. And you can look, if you have a medical condition, okay, you can play a victim if you want to. And yes, some people don't have a choice and something shut down on them. Okay, everyone's got their own struggle. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that are fucking lazy, that did this to themselves, and you know who you are. If it's not you, then don't get offended, you pussy. I'm talking about those people, those of you listening that did the damage yourself. It's time to take ownership of that. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, or when you're exercising and you're refocusing your goals, you're refocusing your approach for the next decade, for the next 30, 40, 50 years, understand that everything that you do is going to lead to the result in that time period. Everything that you've done up to this point is your current result. If you're really stiff and you're really like rigid and you have pain, it's because you never fucking did yoga. You never practiced mobility. So that would be a good idea moving forward if you want that to change. You never really took care of your nutrition and now you're on these medications. Okay, the game's not over. You're still playing. So fucking get back into the game. Start taking control of your health. Start working on reversing these fucking problems. And what you do every day adds up. It might not seem like it. You add or subtract a couple things here and there day to day, might not make a big difference. But if you do that every day and you're slacking a little bit every day, if you're slacking a little bit every day, you might not notice it in a week. You might not notice it in a couple months. You're going to notice it in 10 years if you're slacking every day. You're putting 70% effort in. Why do you think a lot of people look decent? They have a physique, they have muscles, or they feel, but they don't really look amazing. Like, wow, you've been working out for 20 years. How come you don't look? It's because you've been putting in fucking, you had your just the tip of your fucking cock in there for 17 years. You haven't gone full shaft. You're not going all in. You're not putting all your effort in. You've been kind of, one toe in, 1 foot in for 20 years. It doesn't matter if you've been lifting for 20 years. It doesn't matter if you've been in the health game or the fitness game for 10 years. It doesn't matter. What have you been doing in that time frame? A lot of people have gym memberships. Not a lot of people go, and not a lot of people that go do it right. And not a lot of people that go and do it right do it consistently for 20 years. It's a percentage of 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 a percentage. It's like that with anything. It's just a small fraction of people that have gym memberships. You see all the gyms. Every people in the world, there have never been so many fucking gyms. There have never been so many fitness centers in hotels. Now when they're building condos and hotels, that's the main focus. They build an amazing gym. You know, all these old places that have this like little gym or like exercise room. They got a couple pink dumbbells and like a treadmill and they're just fucking old. Everything new is just focused around the fitness center. That's what people want. They're putting full gyms in every little motel and hotel, which is great, but there are gyms on every corner and people are sicker and fatter than ever. Why? We know that. It's because of the nutrition. It's because of all the other habits and toxins and shit like that. But it's not the fact that we don't have access to exercise. It's not the fact that we don't have access to to the quality food. We have access to it. You just have to put that effort into it. You're not farming. Everyone fucking complains about this shit. Oh my God, but what do I eat? But it's expensive. But this, you are not farming. You're not a fucking farmhand. You don't own a ranch. What are you complaining about? Because something is $4 rather than $2, you're not growing it or picking it for 6 months. You're not doing jack shit. You're waving your phone in front of a pad and you're complaining that it's $1 more. You're not doing a goddamn fucking thing. You're not doing a goddamn thing. And you're just walking into a room and just picking up food that other people, like, it's all inexpensive. It's all cheap. It's all cheap. You're not doing any of it. Go grow your own shit. If you think about that, fuck, oh my God, but for organic raspberries, it's $7. Yeah, you're not growing them. You're not tending to them. You're not packaging them and shipping them from across the, like, you're not doing any of it. You're not doing any of it. Any of it. You're not doing a damn thing. You're literally, I think I'll have some. That's it. And you wonder why, it costs money. Of course it does. It's free if you want to fucking go do it yourself, but no one's going to want to do that. No one has the land or the knowledge. We're all separated from our food. Point is, these excuses, these reasons, it's just based on your choices. And we are so disconnected from our food. We're so disconnected from what we are as an organism. We lose sight of what we're supposed to do. We think that our schedule and our 9 to 5 and all these different, responsibilities that are fucking self-imposed, are self-imposed responsibilities. These things that we pretend are important that are really not. All the things or most of the things that we think are really important or we treat as really important aren't for our health. They're not important for our health. If anything, they are detrimental to our health. A lot of these conveniences like TV, all this blue light, they're not good for our health. It works against what our body needs as organisms. So it's a cumulative result. It's the result of all our experiences. It's a result of what we do every day. Now, like I said, if I go back to 2009 and I delete one of my workouts in 2009, do you think my physique would look any different today? One workout? No, one workout. Who knows? Whichever workout. However, there could have been some information and things that I learned in that workout that could have been valuable. Well, one workout, probably not a big deal. Probably not going to do jack shit if I missed one workout. But if I delete an entire week, and I do that every year, I delete a week in 2008, I delete a week in 2009, could that make a difference? You know what? Honestly, maybe it won't. Maybe I wouldn't look any different. But you start punching holes in days consistently. And think about when you skip a workout or when you slack and how often that happens. Human beings have a very short, very weak, very inaccurate memory. We don't really remember things well. The human memory is really something that should not be trusted. When it comes to all the times that you slack, all the excuses that you make, whether it's a couple a week and it's all the time, that is why your result is the way it is. If it's not to your satisfaction, it's because you're not turning it up enough. You're not prioritizing enough. And sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow. You think, fuck, all this time I thought, I've been training so hard. That's what you tell yourself. Doesn't mean it's true. And if your results aren't satisfactory or comparable to someone else's, maybe it's not. Maybe you have not tried hard enough. Maybe you're not focusing on your nutrition enough. And I pretty much, I don't hate to break it to you, but you probably haven't. You've never, I guarantee that 99% of those of you that are listening have never focused on your nutrition and your training and prioritized all that as much as I have in my life. Have I done it as much as someone else? No. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of people that are obsessed with fitness and really focused and disciplined. And I don't feel like I'm sacrificed anything in my life. I've never gone without, or I've never, but I'm restricting my, no. I'm training, I'm moving my body, I'm eating delicious food. I'm just not eating crap. I don't have the same outlook on my life. I love my life. I love my body, and I want to treat it as optimally as I can. I want to give it the best that I can give it and make the decisions that are going to snowball and are going to create the structure that I want physically and emotionally. And it's all those little pieces. Do not downplay every single day. Don't downplay any specific workout. Today leads to tomorrow. All the todays are going to lead to what your result is in the future. Your body is your calling card. It's your business card. It's your resume. It's your physical resume. It's what you've done to this point. That's what fitness is. Like your body, your current state of health is literally a summary of where you've been and what you've done. Sure, there are a lot of details, there's a lot of other things, and there's things that you can control and things that you can't control. But what's really strange is as much of the things that we cannot control in this life, we can't control the weather, we can't control what other people do. What's really interesting is that in terms of our health, we have so much control. And that's amazing. We always talk about, and you always hear, you don't have control over anything. Like you just have to go through life and just relax, like let go of control. You have control over your health. That's the biggest scam. It's like, we don't have a choice. It's just the way it is. That's one of the only things that you really do have amazing control over is your health, is your mental health, is your physical health, your nutrition. You have a shitload of control over it. But it's easier to relinquish control. It's easier to just make an excuse and be like, I don't have control. I don't have choices. I don't have time. I don't have this. And then you just eat whatever because it's convenient and you don't have to put effort in. And then you can pass the blame onto the government and the regulations. Or, but there's fast food on every corner and my coworker brought this to work. And all bullshit excuses. All bullshit excuses. All fucking things you want to say. My family made this. I didn't want to be rude, so I had some. They just said just one, and I wanted to eat, and I want to have it, and it's excuses. It's bullshit. That's it. It's an excuse. If you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you fucked up. You failed. It's okay to fail, but at the same time, it's not. Especially when you've done it before. You know what you're doing. You're not a fucking child. You're not a baby. You're a grown ass adult. If there's any babies watching, the fuck's up, babies? What up? Teach you how to speak, ya boosh. You're fucking up. If you're eating something you shouldn't be eating, you're a grown ass man or woman, you know better. You're fucking up. And if you want to have a fucked up health profile, if you want to be fucked up physically, then keep on doing that because that is very easy to obtain. Most people in this country have that. And yes, Ash, that is a huge problem. People put a negative spin on life and diet changes. Why does that have a negative aspect? Why is fitness kind of like in the limelight? Looking good. Instagram, I'm looking good. Why is fitness on a pedestal, but then eating healthy and people downplay that? No, caloric restrictions. Come on. What are you going to cut that out? I'm going to cut this out. I'm one of the few people that are talking about like literally eating real fucking food. How many people out there are saying fuck you to macros? I'm telling you, fuck that fucking calorie counting bullshit. It's smoke and mirrors. It's an excuse. It's bullshit. It's a lie. It's a lie. It is not the primary approach to nutrition. It is a component of nutrition. It is most certainly not the most important. Abso-fucking-lutely. People are just blowing smoke up your fucking ass. Up your ass. Everyone. I don't care what letters they have after their name. I don't care if they have a TV show. I don't care if they have a blue fucking check mark next to their screen name. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck who it is. If anyone is putting caloric quantity as a more important aspect than what those calories and what those foods are made of, what you are consuming, you're just literally straight up fucking wrong. That's my opinion. But hey, I wholeheartedly believe that. And I would even call that my fucking factual opinion. That's just fucking truth. They're lying. They're lying or they're too stupid to know that they are lying. Absolutely the most important thing is what you are eating. What are you putting in? Most people don't want to go through the process of figuring that out. Most people don't think it's that important. I think that's also a huge thing. Most people don't think it's that important. If you think something's really important, you tend to focus on it, right? Well, I mean, I need a supplement, so you go and you buy it. You think that's important. Or you think, I want to go to the gym. What exercise? Okay, that's important. What the food is. What it is. What it is. I don't care how many carbs. I mean, yeah, carbs matter. But if you're cutting out a lot of these garbage foods, if you're cutting out the foods that you should not be eating, you're not getting a ton of net carbs anyway. You're cutting out all the breads. You're cutting out a lot of things. You're cutting out a lot of rice too. For most people, it's not good for you. You're cutting out all these processed dairy. You're cutting out all these chips and sodas and fruit juices and things. You're cutting out most of that processed. It's mostly carbohydrates are things that you should not be eating in many cases because of that insulin spike, because of all the the gluten components and all these different aspects of wheat and grains. And a lot of that is just the shit that you don't want to get anyway. But that's what most people focus their nutrition on. And that's from all those other aspects of the government guidelines and years and decades of misinformation. But now that we have the internet and we can share this stuff, the excuses are gone. It's time to make those changes. It's time to start reversing that shit. Yeah, anyone that's talking, you have to put that on a pedestal. Number one is what you're eating. Anyway, all those decisions that you make today are important. They are, but they aren't. You're going to fuck up. Listen, you're going to fuck up with a lot of things in your life, but you have to learn from them and move on. And you have to do your best to make sure you're on point and as consistent as possible because it adds up. In 2020, what you did in 2019 is going to show. In 2021, what you did in 2019 and 2020 is going to show. In 2022, what you did in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 is going to show. It's going to show that result. So what do you want 2020 to look like? Where do you want your starting point to be in 2020? Do you want to be back here at the beginning? Oh, well, I fucked up. I had a resolution. I thought it was No, that's fucking jabroni shit. Right? That's jabroni shit. That's jabroni shit. Most people go on that fucking rat race. They go on that cycle. They always fall off and starting a New Year's resolution. Those people go nowhere in all aspects of their life. They don't go anywhere. It's time to put a stop to that. Put an end to it, and let's start that shit today. So, fam, before I go off here, remember it's Flex Friday. We do have Sunday Funday Q&A this coming Sunday. Remember those New Year's special offers still available, swolenormousx.com. Come get your fucking pump on. Come join the fucking fam. Those of you that are in Swolenormous X, the new content release coming up in about a week is going to be like 20 or 30 workouts. You got tons of virtual trainers coming, lots and lots of new fucking content. I'm super stoked for that new content release. And everyone, of course, publicly here on the Swole, you can join in for the Sunday Funday Q&A. I will be posting in my feed on Instagram and on Facebook. So you can ask your questions and I will answer them, and we'll do a whole live cast on Sunday where it's only your questions. So it's going to be lit. And if you're new to the podcast, we do that every single Sunday as often as I can. I've pretty much been doing that for the past couple months. And let's see what else is new. Not too much. Gonna make some sick fucking gains. Gonna post some new videos. Gonna rage. Gonna slap some taint. Gonna do some IG stories. Gonna do some all sorts of shit. What are you gonna do today? What are you doing? What are you doing, Bish? Drop in the comments below. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 987 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. I'll see you tomorrow for 988. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.